earlier in the morning, the wee hours of the morning, I did a thing on morals. It was 41 minutes and it's lost. Only 16 minutes of it is available. So I'm gonna take the video down, which by the time this is up, the video would have been down already. So I thank Conquering Thought for letting me know that. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Thank you. So I'm just gonna just get right into it. The whole thing is it's probably gonna be shorter than 40 minutes. Is morals. They, what are they? How do you quantify it? How do you itemize morals? I mean, where are your morals? Where are they? Are they in your foot, your hand, your leg? Where are they? Are they somewhere in your house? You got to pick them up. Where are your morals, and how many of them are there? I mean, you got to question such things. Where do morals come from? That's a good question too. Where do they come from? Do they come from you? No, they don't. I mean, how many morals come from you? How many morals do you really pick up and just say, something? This is good and this is bad. I mean, how do you justify such a thing? And I'm going to try to be neutral because I'm really not so much attacking morals more than I'm actually attacking origins, blame, and things that you just don't know you're aware that's happening. You're not aware of it. It's right there in front of you, but you can't see it. I mean, you grow up and you hear this is good, this is bad. So treat people good, treat people this way. You open doors for people. You say hello. You say please. You say thank you. I got my issues about that in certain regards, but yeah, morals. Help somebody out when you can. Don't be mean. Don't be a jerk. Don't be a dick. Just be all around good. And so we are taught that, aren't we? Isn't that what we're taught? And when you think about, your other sides of it, if you're religious, you're Christian, your morals are, pretty much the golden rule, isn't it? It's also to do what Jesus and God says. It's good to listen to the book 100%. Listen to it. Have a relationship with God. Have a relationship with Jesus. Have a relationship with the Bible and your pastor and all this other stuff. And you have to go to church and mingle with everyone and believe it the way they do and how they do and where they do, and practice it not just there, but at home. You have to practice this day in and day out, because if you practice this, then you're good. If you don't practice this and you're an atheist, or if you are a different religion than what this one is. So if you're Christian, you're good. But if you're not Christian, you're bad. You're just bad. Or, well, they're not bad. They're just misguided. The ones that sound like they got raped by their uncle just last night. It's speaking so interrogatively about everything. The people... how can a religion decide what's moral? Because morals is all about what's good, what's bad, what's, good, evil, but no one ever talks about what's favorable or unfavorable. And when they do, it's pretty much they use it in the moral guideline, but that's not really it. I don't use morals. I don't really say, oh, I have good morals or this person have good morals. I don't, because I've never understood what morals were. And when someone said, oh, morals are, if you're good, you've got morals. I'm like, okay, so morals is when you're good. Yes. Oh, okay. Then I find out later, no, morals is just in general. Morals, it's just right in the middle. You can have good morals. You can have bad morals. But who teaches you this? Your parents, your uncle, your aunt, your grandfather, grandmother, your sister, your brother, your cousin, your friend, best friend, strange friend, someone on the internet, a quote from somebody that you just happen to see lying around somewhere or watching TV or something. Where do your morals come from? Because the truth is, honestly, morals seem to be bullshit. See, everything you think is good, you were told it's good. So just think about that. Let's compare and contrast. Okay? If someone says, hey, this person here is a good person. Why? Because they decide that they're going to help their fellow neighbor out, neighbor being another person, another creature of this planet, whether it could be a dog, an elephant, a tiger, a human, any kind of animal, all animals, human animal, the tiger animal, the lion animal, bear animal, you know, any animal. Hell, help out a bug or an insect, help out plant life, help out the air, help out some soil, some rock. Just do good. Do good. You taught that. And what if you taught this and then all of a sudden, what if someone says, hey, actually, you're just a damn fool. See, here, we don't give a damn. We don't. Screw that. What's that stuff done for you? See, you look stupid over there. You know, you're worried about morals, if it's good or bad and stuff. What you getting out of it? You know, that segues into this. If you're a corporation, the idea is to maximize profit, right? That's the whole point. Maximize profit. That's a good thing. You want more money, right? You want to live comfortable. You want to provide for your family. You want to help your friends and colleagues alike. That's what you want to do when you maximize your profit. I mean, that's a good thing, isn't it? So that's what you do. So here we go. That person maximizes profit, but how are they going to maximize profit? They have to do what? They have to what? They have to take money from those that are grunt workers, ground workers and whatnot. They have to. So anyone that's down there making minimum wage, that's why it's minimum wage, just so they can't make them work for free. So while everyone works for minimum wage and their paychecks are stifled, they're living paycheck to paycheck, they're suffering. They're suffering because, see, the corporations will raise prices. They'll inflation or anything like that while they control the stock markets. I mean, the corporations literally control the stock markets, what they plan to buy, put in their portfolio and things like that. So if they buy it, it goes up in value. If they say, oh, no, we're not interested in this, it goes down in value. So everything that you purchase and whatnot from a corporation, the value is based on that corporation and the buying power it has on the market. So if no one's buying it, it's not valuable. So if you are working for a corporation, and most likely you are if you have a job, everything that you buy, everything of it, think about this, everything that you buy is that corporation, and they got to maximize profits. That means you make less money. You might get taxed more. They'll find ways to shortchange you by any means necessary. And then you don't have the money to go buy anything. You don't. You just don't. You're broke. You pay your bills. You get just enough to eat for a week or two. Do it all over again. So wouldn't you say that's bad? You're suffering, right? It's terrible. So how do you do that? How can you say you have good morals if you want the corporation to stop maximizing profits so they can't live well off and happy? How do you do that? Because that'd be bad, wouldn't it? I mean, think about that. Wouldn't it be bad to tell them, no, you can't make profit and money for you and your family and your colleagues and whatnot? That's selfish. You know, but it's bad on his part, isn't it? Because he's making sure that you work for him for pennies, or her for pennies, and you're suffering. So that's bad. I mean, so who's right, who's wrong? Because that's also morals: right, wrong, good, bad. You know, good, evil, whatnot. It's all a part of the same thing. So what do you do? How are you going to handle that? And let's say if I did it this way, okay? I'm the head of a corporation. And I'm like, you know something? No, I'm not even head of a corporation. No, let's say I run this country. I mean, bar none, run this country. I say, you know something, corporations? You no longer have the ability or the power to stifle your workers' wages. You got to pay them. You know, you got to, let's do that. Let's do that. You got to pay them $22 to $25 an hour. That's what you got to do. That's the minimum wage, $22 an hour. I would say 25. I'll bump it up, 25. $25 an hour. That's the new wage. That's the new minimum wage, okay? So now everyone's going to be able to work $25 an hour. You'll be able to live comfortably and take care of your family, take care of you, pay off all your bills, pay off your home, do everything in a reasonable amount of time, and you don't have to think about anything. You can just live the one life that you have. That's a good thing, isn't it? That's very positive. That's morally right, isn't it? That's on the right side of it, of the morals, I would think, on the positive integer side. Okay. Now, I also say this. We're going to just take the jobs that are sent overseas. We're going to bring them back here. We're going to put the power right back here in America. So we're going to bring all those jobs back here, and you're going to get paid the same wage, the new minimum wage. That's what it is. And that's how it's going to stay. So how do I do that? Now, you would think that, damn, this guy is great. He's going to bring all the jobs back. They're going to be at $25 an hour. There's going to be millions, if not millions upon millions of jobs coming back. He's probably going to bring back over 200 million jobs. That's awesome. But that means I just taken away 200 million jobs from people overseas who was doing that same work for 10 to 25 cents an hour, in some cases per day, because corporations know they can get away with it. And those people are using that little bit of change to make ends meet, to provide for their family, to put food on their table. So how is that good? How is that good? How is that morally just in the positive direction if I'm making people starve in the hundreds of millions? Oh yeah, we're great, we're good. And yes, in my videos, I'll say, look, I don't care about the other countries. I don't, because we're bad off here. You know, we're the richest third world country. But morally, how do I do that? How do I make us bolster and say, hey, we got everything, and now every minority out there in all those countries, because there'll be a minority because they're trying to come here, because now we're the richest country again, and we got the jobs to back it up. Now they're going to be really trying to come here, you know? So how do I say you can't come here because we don't want you to take our jobs? You have to starve. You have to starve. Like in Venezuela, that's what's happening there. They're starving. They're dying, and they can't leave. I mean, they're leaving. They're slow, but now the United States don't want to take them. And if they came here, where would they work anyway? So, I mean, if they have to go somewhere else, they're going to have to. So morally, how could I do that? You have to think about that stuff, you know? I mean, are white supremacists, are they good or are they bad? Morally, what's up? I didn't cover this in the original one that I did. So, I mean, I don't like what they're doing. I don't like white supremacists. I hate them. I wish they would all fall over and die. But the thing is, that would be a human life that's lost, right? So isn't that bad? I mean, they are espousing rhetoric that causes hate crimes and violence. Hate speech leads to only hate crimes and violence. And every year someone dies. Now, there are multiple people but I'm going to say someone dies every year due to this. So, I mean, do we use freedom of speech? Because morally, wouldn't it be wrong to say, no, you can't use your hate rhetoric. You can't use that to spread your message and stir the pot and get people riled up, and they go out and commit these acts of violence and murder. So is it morally good to ensure that they can spread this hate speech that leads to death? Or is it bad to allow them to speak in ways that gets others on their side and then kill people? I mean, isn't that bad? So where does it lie? What's good, what's bad? Because to them, they might be saying, hey, look, this is the right thing. This is good. We're going to euthanize. We're going to murder every single minority and or push them out of the country. Okay? Get them out of this country, and it's going to be just white only. Just white people. Just white. No one else. There will be no eighth of anything in your system. You have to be 100% white. And that's it. I mean, to them, that's the glory. That's good. That's positive. But to stop that, to stop them from their dreams, their goals, that's the American dream, isn't it? To get money, to live your life. So wouldn't it be wrong to stop them from killing others? Because that's the end result, isn't it? I mean, to maximize profit, you got to harm and make everyone else suffer. To maximize profit, in order to get your agenda of hate and kill off or drive off everyone that's not pure white. That's the American dream. So what do? Morally thinking, isn't it good? I mean, to help people fulfill their dreams? I mean, if black people want to rise up, band together for once and change things and work together and stop hurting each other and support each other, do the right things and bolster their little segregated communities, wouldn't that be good? Wouldn't it be good for black people to band together and then join with the sane, non-racist white people and have a good time and just work together to have the best life possible? To work with the non-hateful Latinos? Wouldn't that be great to work with the Asian Americans of any descent, whether it's Chinese or Japanese? Isn't that the best thing to do? Morally thinking? I mean, or is it just being a sucker? Or is it stupid? I mean, think about this. You got a dude that breaks into a house. Morally, how is that? Is that good or is that bad? See, he breaks into the house because he or she, we'll just say he breaks in because he's starving. He's hungry. He's got no money. His family's the same way. This is all he's got left. He's tried everything. He can't get hired. Nobody wants him. It doesn't matter his skin complexion. This is what he needs. And yes, skin complexion matters in this country just like the rest of the world, because your skin complexion determines if you get shot and killed and if you deserved it. If you're white and you do this, then you was trying to provide for your family. Come on, he's suffering. If you're black, well, you shouldn't have been a thief. You didn't have a family, so we don't know what the morals are. But for this situation, he breaks in. He needs the money, so he takes whatever he can. He leaves. He sells it. Does he feel bad? We don't know. But his family gets to eat for a week or two, and they get to keep the lights on. And then he goes to a different neighborhood somewhere and does it all over again. But the person that just got broken into their home, it was a B&E, a breaking and entering. I mean, they're hurt, right? They feel insecure now. Their security has been just devastated. They've been scarred and traumatized. So is that bad? Morally, is it bad? I mean, in the long run, they'll get a security system maybe. You know, if it works, if there are responders, they'll get security system. They'll also probably start doing target practice with a gun, or learning how to do self-defense with a knife, or hand-to-hand only. It'll make them tougher probably, maybe. And if they take that route and do that, then morally, was breaking and entering really a good thing? Is the end result always the only result we should care about? What about the road to get to any result? Is it good or is it bad how it's done? Why it's done? Who's to say? If this was another world, if you don't break in and enter and steal and sell to provide, you're a fool because it's right there. It's for the taking. So if you don't do it when it's begging for you to do it, you're a fool and you're stupid. That's their way. That's how they do it. Let's go hyperbole. Let's go extreme hyperbole. I didn't do this one in the original, but what about the supposed rape culture out there? This isolated area where people just go and rape, and people go there to get raped because it is a culture. You know, that's what happens. And say rape is wrong, is bad, it hurts everyone, and whatnot. So, I mean, if the female is raped, is that really a bad thing? Considering that, the guy felt good. It was pleasurable for him. He enjoyed himself. Maybe it was another girl. Girls rape girls quite often too. It happens. So, maybe they felt good. It's a good thing, isn't it? They felt good. They had that moment of satisfaction. And maybe they've grown because of it. Maybe they've learned some things in life. And then the one that did get raped, maybe they put themselves together, learn some self-defense, make better choices, learn who to hang with, not to hang with, learn to not leave things unguarded and things like that. And then they're stronger for that. They're better. They're wiser. And they can pass that down to other people. Pay it forward in a sense. So would that make them, would that make the situation good then? Is that a thing that's right? Was that right and not wrong because of the end results? But how it got there, is that even right or wrong? How do you quantify if it's right or wrong? Morals are good or bad, and it depends on the civilization and the culture and society to what's good, what's bad. Some places, a random ass whooping every day is kind of what's going to happen to you. And is that good or bad? It makes you tougher. They see it as a positive thing. You have to join the gang to make some money, don't you? You remember, this is back in the 90s. You got jumped in. They beat the living shit out of you to get you in the gang. You want to be in it. You got to take an ass whooping and show that you can. So there you go. That's a good thing, right? They got in. They get to make money. And, well, now it's not like that so much. So what do you do? What's good? What's bad? And a lot of you will say, look, you're grown as fuck, man. You know the difference between right and wrong. Well, okay. Let's go with this. You tell your children what's right, what's wrong. From the moment they're born, you tell them what's right and what's wrong. You do. And as they grow up, they seem to want to go against anything you're teaching them. And it's universal. But as they learn, wait. This is right, this is wrong. This is the good things I should do. These are the bad things, and I should not do them. But what do they see their parents doing? What do they see you doing and how you talk, what you say, how you converse with others? Seems to be the opposite. And instead of explaining yourself or acting better, you tell them, don't do as I do, just do what I say. And if they have any rational comeback for that, such as, why? You're my mentor. You are to prepare me for the world. You are the one I am supposed to learn from. Why not do as you do? You are to lead by example. And you say, don't talk back to me. I will fuck you up. It's like, whoa, man. Whoa. Talk back to me again. I'll smack the shit right off you. Go ahead. Say another word. I'll snatch you bald. I'll slap the black off you. I heard I'll slap the white off you. I was like, oh shit, they say that? I was in high school. I didn't know that. I'll knock the shirt off your body, boy. You best not say another word to me. I'm like, man. And it's usually from that, this is back in high school, and it's usually from the question of, why? Now, is it good? You taught him some discipline. He learned not to mouth off. I saw that. Did good. Good raising, good rearing. Teach the boy some discipline. Yeah. Damn. What's good? What's bad? Basically, what it's boiled down to, what I've noticed is, morals are bullshit because it's all about the dictation. They tell you what's good, what's bad, and you need to abide by it. You don't have your own will. Fuck the autonomy, man. You just, you're a sentient being, but you're not your own sentient being. Because the society says this is what's right and this is what's wrong, but you will do what we tell you so we can run all over you. Think about it. Think about this. This is important too. You do the right thing. You live your life. You make sure you don't hurt anybody else. You go to work, pay your bills, feed your family, feed yourself. Not necessarily in that order, and it might swap. Sometimes everybody gets fed at the same time. It just depends on your work schedule, when anyone can cook, if you care to cook, whatever you got to do. But you do this. You wave to people you see. Hi, how you doing? You know, you leaving a restaurant, you hold the door open for them. You do stuff like that. You know, if somebody falls, oh my goodness, you help them up. You okay? You know, sitting there be like, you busted your ass. You fell. You look like a fucking idiot. Holy shit, your leg went all up in the air. You should have saw it. I swear your leg was higher than you were when you stand up. That leg was in the air. You hit the ground. It sounded like a sack of potatoes. Holy shit. I got a sack of potatoes that fell in the kitchen last night. You sounded just like them potatoes. Oh shit, did you hear that? That left your body. I heard it. And you just pointing at them. Now see, others would say that would be bad. Hey, I don't know. To others, that's where I grew up. That's a good thing to point that out. Morally, that's a good thing. That's the right thing to do, to point that out. But you live your life. You help them up. You do all the great things, and you are broke. You don't get ahead. You don't get anything. Nothing. You do the right thing, live the right way. The hero's journey is full of that, isn't it? They do the right things. They live by a code of being completely righteous, doing the right thing, the golden rule. And they got nothing. And in the end, they get some pussy and they get married, have kids, and they're pissed. But that's about how it goes. They don't ever show that last part. They just get the girl, they kiss. It's romantic, and the show will end roughly in that area. Unless it's James Bond, you're gonna get some nookie. Yeah, I said nookie. But what about everyone that's doing bad? Corporations. I mean, what do they do? Well, corporations aren't bad. The people that run them aren't bad. They're just making profit. Yeah, they're making profit. They make profit by doing this. They have a product. They got to sell it. That's great. But it's not free to make products. There's waste that comes from it. There's waste from plastic that's shedded. There's waste from recycling. Do you know how much water it takes to recycle? Do you know how much bad chemicals that are pumped in the air just to recycle? It's a lot. It's better to just take a newspaper and read it over and over for the rest of your life than to send it to recycling, because it's safer that way for everybody. But corporations want to do what? Get deregulated. And when you deregulate, you get to do things like, just think about it. You get to spray fecal matter and urine from pig farms into black neighborhoods because white people don't want it. They tell them, you do that shit and we will sue the shit out of you. All right, fine. We'll just do it to black neighborhoods. And the black people complain. It's like, we ain't going to stop. And then they're like, look, we'll take you to court. We ain't going to stop. And the court's not going to listen. And if you call the cops, they're not going to answer. They'll kick your ass probably or shoot you. So you best not do that. So we're going to just spray this pig shit and pee into your yards, near your lawns and whatnot. And, yeah, you're going to get sick. You might get some diseases from it. But, hey, we save millions of dollars doing it this way. We could easily just put, junk on a barge or something like that and send it back and forth from probably Maine from New York to Florida, back and forth. Or we could just dump it into the ocean where the Coriolis effect will put it right to the middle of the ocean. It'll just be its own little island where whales will choke and die on it. Or, you can just easily just deregulate things so that you can put pipes where you want and not have to put proper filters on them at all to save a lot of money, millions and millions upon millions of dollars. Yes, you save it, but then you poison everybody in Flint, Michigan. I mean, these corporations, these politicians, they do such hurtful things. They hurt people. They hurt a lot of people. They've killed people. They've given them, lymphoma and other cancers and lung diseases and skin ailments, respiratory illnesses. What else have they done? And they allow us, through the gracious of their benevolent hearts, to drink just a little bit of lead, so it only affects us, a little bit each year. And pass that on to our children, and we give them water every day. Oh yes, every state, every county now has lead in the water due to these deregulations. Trump can't do it alone. He can just talk it. He needs support. It takes 3 branches, not one person. And the executive branch ain't just Trump. So this has been going on before that. But think of these places are wealthy. They're rich. They save money. So morally, are they doing something bad because they're getting away with it? They're just doing what they want to do. Well, how is that? You let me know. Is that good or bad? Because they get to provide for their family. They get to build more businesses. They get to hire more people to build those businesses. They get to get more equipment, new equipment. Somebody's got to build it. Somebody's got to make it. Somebody's got to maintain it. Somebody's got to keep it up, keep it clean, keep it good, keep it running. You got to hire people for that. They get to buy new jets and throw out the old ones. Someone's got to build those jets. Someone's got to pilot it. Someone's got to fuel it. Someone's got to keep the maintenance up on it. Someone's got to stock it with the food. Someone's got to make that food. They're doing a lot of things. So morally, aren't they doing the right thing by keeping people in business and keeping a cycle of product going? Morally, what's good, what's bad? Because if I tell you what's good and what's bad, how is that good? If I tell you, for religious people, is it good for them to listen to the words of a person reading very cherry-picked, hand-selected, highlighted text from a book that's been revamped and remodeled like 2 to 3 times a year, or sometimes once every 3 years, as it comes out as New Testaments? That's supposedly this book is 2,000 years old, where it all comes from. And this book's supposed to tell what's right, what's wrong. And and they say, yes, it's the good book. It's the good book. It's the good Lord. But the book does teach them to get, if there's no one around, if there's no dude around, and the girls are a little, older, like reproductive years, like I think 14 to 17, it basically says it's okay to get their father drunk or drug their father, rape them, and get pregnant. That's what happened. Is that okay? Should you be in an arena and it's like, look, it's a little dude versus a big dude, and instead of having a fair fight, you just kill them by hitting them in the face with a rock, causing blunt force trauma? What deserved the murder? But, that's what it teaches. It teaches that there are 7-headed dragons with jewels. And the dragon is just its own being, and then later the devil. There's a lot of things. There's the politicians. And what do? They'll tell you if you're a Republican, you're good. You're on the right side of history. And if you're a Democrat, you're bad. You're trying to give everything away and you don't care about people's lives. You want to kill everybody. And if you're a Democrat, it's like, no, you're good because, you're not a Republican. You're not Trump, so you're good. And if you're progressive, well, where are you? For me, I call myself progressive, but to Cenk Uygur, I'm not. He has a dictatorship over what's good and bad in the progressive part of the Democrats. He doesn't want to start a party. Oh, no, he doesn't want that. Is that good or is that bad? I mean, infiltration and sabotage has always been seen as a bad thing, hasn't it? But that's what Cenk and Kyle Kalinske are doing. Well, Cenk Uygur and Kyle Kalinske, that's what they want to do with Justice Democrats. So isn't that bad? Because that's sabotage, isn't it? Why not just start your own thing? And that way you don't have to invade. You'll have your own. But see, me, in previous videos, I've called for the absolute unmitigated death of Republicans and their ilk on either side. I mean, if you want to cause harm to those that's doing nothing to you, why are you alive? But morally, maybe that's what it's all about. Maybe they're doing the right thing. Look, take advantage, get ahead, live your life. And if you have to step on a few eggs, look, pick up that yolk and make an omelet. That's what it seems. I mean, in their world, that's how it goes. You hurt people and you get ahead. So that's like the good thing, isn't it? But if I tell you that that's the right thing, and if you're born and everyone's telling you that's what the right thing is, if you're indoctrinated into believing that crushing others beneath you while you rise is the only way and the right way to do things, then morally you are doing the greatest thing possible. That you have to think about that stuff. Is that moral? Is that not? Oh, it looks like I might reach that 40 minutes again. But, I mean, you have to think about that. I think about it from time to time, but I don't use morals. I use favorable and unfavorable. How about instead of morals, we just use empathy? Is that an empathetic thing to do? Is it? It almost sounds like something's going wrong with your dick. Is that empathetic? Is that impotent? Is that the impotent thing to do? That's what came to my head. All right. So, but yeah, do you have empathy? Do you have it? Because if you have empathy, see, if we all judge things based on empathy, then that dictates immediate, not a lesson we have to teach. That immediately teaches, do you want someone to do what you're about to do to them? Because if you don't want someone to do it, then don't do it. It's too simple. It's so simple, it's scary. People don't like that. People don't like simple too much because if you complicate it, then you get to philosophize about it. And if you philosophize about it, you get to talk in circles and get to understand every little nook and cranny and then contemplate that. And then contemplate that, and then start over, and then branch it off into something else because you thought of something else, and you keep branching and branching, and nothing gets solved. But you keep it simple. You're not distracted. So if it's empathy, then you have to think about what you're doing before you do it. You know, look before you kill. It ain't look before you leap. Look before you kill. Look before you harm. You get a police officer. It's like, hey, this black dude you're about to rough up and jack up and then probably shoot. Do you want someone doing that to you? Now, if you got a psychopath, if you got a sociopathic asshole, but I'm not him. That's what they'll say, stuff like that. But I'm not him. I'm not her. I don't care. It's like, hey, officer, this white girl in the pajamas that called you for help, do you really want to shoot her? Would you want someone to shoot you if you call them for help? I got the gun, she don't. Oh, well, bang, bang, motherfucker. That's what it seems like to me. That's how you can tell someone's a psychopath. It sucks it cost somebody's life. But that's what empathy sounds like a great deal. Yes, favorable and unfavorable. That to me still rests in the areas of moral because what's favorable and unfavorable all fits with everything I've just said. I can repeat all of that and instead of saying good, bad, right and wrong, just favorable and unfavorable. But favorable and unfavorable does have its own little category because, hey, is that something you should do? Is that favorable or not? Well, favorable. How does it benefit me? All right, great. Let's move on. Does it hurt somebody else? Hey. Favorable. and it's favorable to me right now. You can say that's good to me, that's right to me. I don't know. Maybe I argued that wrong. Either way, morals neutral. You could be overwhelmed and underwhelmed, but can you just be whelmed? You have livestock. Do we have dead stock? Do we just have stock? These are little questions I ask. Is it right that I ask myself these questions? Is it wrong? Who's to say? And if they do say, why are you trying to control me? Especially in your favor, because that's what morals are. It's how do I get you to choose right and wrong in what I or this society believes? That's how that goes. That's what it's used for. When it comes to for me, what sparked all of this was me thinking heavily on something. And I think I'll probably close with this with a little something extra at the end. But for me, I'm adopted. And I've been in a lot of emotional pain, probably, through my whole life due to my family and how they behave, how they act. So if I'm around them, I try to talk to them. I try. That's what I used to. Growing up, I just kept trying to talk, but they kept shutting me out. They turn their back. They don't want to hear me. When they come, hey, I'm glad you came. We've been asking you to come by. How you doing? Oh, I'm fine. Man, you're getting big, man. You're getting big, or you slimming down, or what you doing and stuff. It's like, okay, well, yeah, thanks. Okay, great. And then when I'm like, it's like, what you doing? You working? Where you working? They don't care if you're happy or not. Where you working? Everybody wants to know, where you working? Family or not? Where you working? I'm not working anywhere. It's like, oh, you're not? No, yeah, but I'm trying to do, online. I'm trying to do, yeah. I'm like, whoa, okay. And I'm just like, yeah, okay, yeah, I hear you, And I'm like, whoa, you can look at their face and tell they don't give a shit. And it's like, oh, look over here. And then they go on to something else. And they don't want to hear anything. So after that initial greeting, I don't mean shit. And being adopted, because when they talk to each other, I don't really see them do that to each other. I don't. So I've got my issues. And this is stuff I was seeing since I was a little kid, just a little lad, just a little boy, trying to understand the word. So shit, this is age 7 and up. I started noticing stuff, and they treated natural family a whole lot different than me. So Mother's Day, day before Mother's Day, Saturday, my mom came by. She had did some wrong stuff, just to sum it up real quick. She wanted to take my daughter out. I'm wary of my daughter around the family because I don't want her indoctrinated into religion. So my mom says, I just want to take her out, go to Walmart, pick this stuff up, and then I'll just bring her back. And I'm like, okay, cool. Walmart ain't that far from here, but mom was gone for 6 hours. 6 hours. It don't take long. But she decided to go other places and do other stuff. I'm like, this is my daughter. This is my baby. And you drive crazy. And it's getting hot outside, so it's crazy out there. People can't drive when it's decent. Now it's hot. So, yes, I'm worried. And you lied. I'm pissed. So I don't know what's going on. There's no call in saying where she's going or anything, so I'm upset. And when I try to explain to her what's going on, why I was upset, why you get all personal? Why you take it personal? And it's like, what in the hell? So yeah, that's what's going on. People don't like it's always unfavorable to air your dirty family laundry on YouTube because somebody could use it against you. You know something? Everybody's got some shit. Is it right or is it wrong to mention it? Is it right or is it wrong to insult somebody because of it? Is it right or is it wrong for that person to have gone through it or for someone to put them through it to even have to talk about it in the first place? So that's the question. Can you answer that? Is it wrong to kick someone when they're down, or is it better to punch them? If you kick them, you ain't got to lean over, right? Save some energy. But yeah, that's what was going on. So when I told her how things go, I don't want my daughter to be treated the way I was, because honestly, growing up, I watched even natural family members get treated a certain way. And I noticed there was certain common things and certain things that were uncommon. And I don't want my daughter to go through that. And mom says, that's just the way we are. That's just how we are. And I'm like, oh, wow. Okay. So this family is just used to pain. It's just used to being disrespectful. It's just used to hurting. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's why I never felt like I was part of the family, because I actually want to respect people and listen to them and try to understand what's going on. And that's not what they're about. So maybe I'm just in the wrong damn family. I was adopted by the wrong damn person. Because when I was growing up, mom ignored the living shit out of me unless it was to show me off like a damn zoo animal to others. This is my baby, so that's, yep. And others, it's, hey, this is my son, this is my baby, this is my big boy. At home, I ain't got nothing to say to you. I don't want to hear you. I don't want my daughter to go through that. My daughter's 8. I pay attention to her. We have conversations. It may not be grandioso or anything, but it's a conversation nonetheless. It may not be the one I want to have, but we have conversations, and she can talk. And people are always impressed at how well she can speak. No one dares say she speaks so well. I fucking dare them. Oh, don't make me run them up. I will talk them up and down. I ain't got to know shit about them. I just look at how they dress, and I'll read them a riot act. I ain't saying I'm the snappiest dresser, but that don't mean I went to high school. I know how to insult somebody, because all I did was get insulted in high school. I will fuck somebody up verbally if I want to. That's just how I can do that. That's not how I wish to be. But morally, where does all that stand? That's a good moral thing. Because morally, maybe my family's doing the right thing. Maybe that's what they are. You know, someone come by, say hi, get their name, get like a 3-second bio on them, and then say, fuck off. Maybe that's the right thing. Maybe that's the best thing to do. I've seen that done on the internet. I've seen it done. Internet trolls, are they doing the right thing? When they get up here and say, look, I could say something constructive. I could, but instead I'm going to like insult someone. I'm going to use tribalism and bullshit and lies and get people all upset just to get a rise out of them. And that's it. Is that really a good thing? Is that a bad thing? How do you feel about it? Is it stupid or is it smart? I mean, you think about it. Hey, they just pissed you off. It pissed off a lot of people. Does anyone click thumbs down? Does anyone click thumbs down? Have you clicked thumbs down? I know I do. I don't thumb down the video because of what some jackwad said in the comments section. I thumbs down what they have to say. But no, what do they get? They get rewarded. If someone goes into the Young Turks and say, hey, libtards suck, and Trump, all he's trying to do is make America great by pushing out all the brown and making sure that we're sunny and bright with all the white. I haven't seen that yet, but let's say that was said. Is anyone going to thumbs down that? No. This person has gotten rewarded. They are going to get thumbs up. And the ones that don't like it, they're going to try to rebuke him. They're going to try or her, or they're going to try to do all kind of rebuttals and try to make them get retractions. They're going to try to philosophize with it. They're going to try to insult this person back. They're going to do everything they can except thumbs down and or report that person. That's what don't make sense. So is it a good thing or a bad thing? See, for them, it's a good thing because they just got noticed. And their channel's going to go up probably, or at least they got everyone distracted from what the whole topic was in the first place of the video, and now they're just focused on this dumbass. That's a good thing for him because he attained his agenda. It seems that is things smart or is it stupid? That's almost in the moral category. How do you judge that? How do you quantify it? How do you itemize your morals? It's Steve Harvey. Steve Harvey. if you're an atheist, where's your moral compass? What else he say? Where's your moral barometer? I'm like, fuck you, Steve Harvey. Fuck you. My friend from Nevada, he didn't like Steve Harvey. I didn't know why. And then he got me hating him. Hating him. If I had a gun in him and it was the Purge, I'd have shot the fuck out of him. Although the Purge hadn't been a movie yet at the time. But I would have shot the living shit out of him twice. Then double tapped him. And then burned him. And then cut his head off just to make sure that motherfucker won't come back. But that's how I felt then. And then Steve Harvey proves me right. That's what needs to happen to that motherfucker. Because not only is this dude supposed to be a Christian, not only supposed to be so holier than thou, and some kind of goddamn psychiatrist to women about shit he don't know about, and telling men how to act and be subservient to everybody, while also being the boss. How the fuck do you be a submissive boss? That's fucking stupid. I mean, that's like hard, wet paper. You don't get it. And this motherfucker got the nerve to treat his staff like shit. Don't talk to me. I don't want anyone talking to me. You write me a note. I don't want someone say shit. As a matter of fact, you write me a note. You got to do it at this time or this day. I'll fire the shit out of any and everybody. This motherfucker ain't really in charge of too much. And he is talking like he is king shit. And he has no respect for anyone. Anyone. And he's supposed to be so Christian. And so many Christians out here bombing people. They bomb people, blow themselves up. Christians going into churches and shooting people up because they're afraid. Killing 9 women because they're so afraid of black men having sex with their white women. Like they own all the white women. Really? I mean, what the fuck? The question, what the fuck is wrong with us? But morally, did he do the right thing? Did Dylan go into that church and do the right thing? Did he kill those black people that welcomed him with open arms? Because honestly, you're a dumb motherfucker to let someone in that's not your color into your church where everyone practices their safety in a place of sanctuary. To let this person in and allow them to mow you down because you want to have a buddy. Because you want to be trusting of someone coming to church. Because they're just as Christian as you. You're a damn fool. But isn't that how things are, right? Isn't it? You're a damn fool to do such a thing. To let people in. Well, shit. If you're a church and there's some white person you're a black church, you're a white person trying to come in there and be a part of you, and they're all in peace and they're tired of black people getting hurt and killed, and they just want a place to come of refuge from all the hate and bigotry that they live in their home, and they come there because it's just proof positive that everything their parents and their friends are saying is bullshit, but you kick them out because they white. Well, shit. That's the smart thing to do. Why let this white person in there? Why let this white person come in and be happy with you? Why let this white person come in and sing some songs and get to know you and bridge gaps and probably mend some fences and change your mind on how you might perceive another race? Why let that shit happen? That's a fucked up thing to do. I don't know how the hell you live with yourself letting peace come up into your place. That's a damn shame. I mean, look, you could be a black church. And maybe some black dude in there just might write some good shit about Trump and talk about how black people are just bad. Maybe that's what'll happen. And won't say anything and then let others blame white people because that's just the norm. Because white people have been doing it for so long, you just know a white person did it. And you find a black person did it. And you're like, well, what the fuck is this? Is that a good thing or a bad thing? It could have been good because it'll teach you the damn lesson, won't it? Not everything is what you damn think. It's like Transformers. It's more than meets the eye. Shit. Let that run through you. Who knows? This is a long one. I'm just talking, having fun, doing my thing. I thought it'd be less, but it's more. I'm just talking, and just being loquacious Initially, I wanted to put Garrulose, but I don't really like anything with Gar written in it, and I'm tired of Garrulose. So I wanted to find something else. So I looked up Garrulose and found a synonym, which is Loquacious. So that's what I put in the title, Loquacious. Was that good or was that bad? Everything in your life, is it good, is it bad? And if it is, if you perceive it as good or bad, you have to ask that most important question: why? Why is it good? Why is it bad? What makes it so favorable or unfavorable? Shit, you might as well have some empathy. You're going to make a decision. How would you feel if someone's making that decision for or against you? How would you feel if somebody said everything that you believe is coming from me and you have nothing of your own, and you will defend your free will and thoughts that I gave you? Is that good or is that bad? I guess it's good if it serves you in life and bad if it don't. But your life is going to be a roller coaster. It's up and down with lots of loops and some corkscrews and banks and all that shit. So you got to wonder, is it good or is it bad? Because every hill, it goes up, it goes down, right? You're a guy that like girls. That's a good thing, isn't it? You get your heart broke. You hate girls until you get another girl. If you're a guy that like guys, it's the same shit. If you're a girl that like guys, it's the same shit. If you're a girl that like girls, it's the same shit. And if you're bisexual on either spectrum, and if you like furry futanati or anything like that, it's the same shit. You love it, you get your heart broke, you can't stand it. And then you go right back to it. That's how life rolls. And hell, empathy, you have to wonder, are we fucking stupid or not? I don't know. I can't tell. But I know you been got the whole point. I'm just talking. I figured I'd give you something an hour to listen to and just have some fun while you do other stuff and just hear my beautiful melodic voice. Me. Oh, okay. I'll just end it here. But I was really hoping that maybe made some points about morals and how full of shit it is. Because it seems like it's just a dominating force. Your morals come from whoever gave them to you. You're a computer. Who programmed you? You find out who programmed you, you find out where your morals come from. Then you find out who programmed them. Then you see a cycle. And when you see that cycle, you got to ask yourself, am I going to break this cycle or am I going to just be a part of it? It's up to you. You have control over your life, but you've never been told that unless somebody wants to get rid of you or control you. You have control of your life. Do the right thing. Do what I've always told you to do. Why? Because I said so. That's why. Because I told you. That's why. Because I'm the parent. I'm the uncle. I'm the authority. I'm this. I'm that. I told you. Shut the fuck up and obey because my words reign supreme even when I ain't around. Deal with that shit. I guess I'll leave with that. This is Cedric Kennedy for Comparative Reasoning. Thank you for listening.